What's going on, everybody? I hope everybody's doing good today, tonight, whenever you're watching this. Right now, I'm just sitting down playing a game, just trying to unwind a bit before I hit the hay, because I got work in the morning, so yeah. But so if you hear any music or any sounds, that's why. I'm just playing me some Minecraft. I am a bit of a Minecraft geek, so, feel free to make fun of me for that. I also play other games like Red Dead Redemption 2 or Grand Theft Auto. So, yeah. Now, if I end up. Oh, excuse me. Of course, I was just about to talk about that. If I end up coughing at times a bunch or anything like that, then, I highly apologize about that. There might be times where I'll have to pause this video because, here lately, if I end up talking a bunch, then, sometimes I gotta stop for a little bit and, catch my breath because, recently, my word, recently, I was sick and, um, I've been trying to recover from that. I'm not anywhere near as bad as I was, but man, this video is gonna be horrible. I'm sorry, guys, but man, but I'll try and get through this video as much as possible. I apologize in advance. I figured I'd do kind of an update video because I haven't really done these in a while. I was gonna go live, but I get super distracted easily when I'm going live. I get comments coming in and all. So, yeah, that's why I'm not doing a live video. That's why I haven't been doing them. Sometime in the next few months, maybe I will go live. I don't know. But, yeah. And if you're wondering, too, for those who are familiar with my channel, yes, I did trim my beard, and I also got a haircut. Of course, the top of my hair looks like it's thinning, unfortunately, but I guess that's what happens when you wear a hat a lot, so, yeah, but, now that I'm almost 3 minutes into the video, which I apologize about that, I'm gonna try and talk about a few things. So, I haven't really done much as far as recording weather. Weeks back, we had plenty of snowy weather that I was gonna record. I was gonna do like a snowy weather vlog for my channel, record me talking and, record the snow as much as I could. And then I just had quite a few things that came up. First, my little sister was sick with pneumonia, and, that kind of got in the way of some things. And, there was a few days where, my dad and my stepmom were out of town, and, I had to take care of my little sister for a few days. So, which it didn't really snow much that weekend, so I guess that really didn't get in the way of my plans. But still, my little sister was sick with pneumonia, and, that kind of got in the way of quite a few things. We ended up taking her to the doctors, and, they mentioned that she had pneumonia, so, she had to, unfortunately, miss a few days of school from that. And then, there was a few other things that happened, but, thank the Lord above, she's doing good. She's been doing pretty well ever since that. But then about a week or so later, I ended up getting sick. Not from pneumonia. To be honest, I've not too sure exactly what I had. But I was sick with something for about a little while or so, and there was a few days where I was in a really bad way, and uh, I started taking quite a bit of medicine, and I've started getting better. This was weeks back, but unfortunately, because I was sick, I'm still kind of dealing with coughing. Not anywhere near as bad as I have been, but I'm still dealing with some coughing. Right now, until the coughing stops completely, I got to make sure I'm on top of taking medicine. I did just take some medicine a little bit ago, so yeah, there is that. But like I said, I'm not anywhere near as bad as I was. I did speak with a buddy of mine because his fiance, they're supposed to get married in a few months. But his fiance works as a doctor up in Grand Rapids, and she was telling me that a lot of times when you're recovering from being sick, sometimes you'll end up coughing quite a bit for about a few weeks, or sometimes for some people out there it's close to a month. And that's happened to me a few times where I end up feeling like crap, and then depending on how bad it is, sometimes I end up coughing for a while, sometimes maybe a week, sometimes almost a month. There was one time I think I was super sick, and after that I was mostly coughing for almost a month and a half, which, man, but that was only one time in my life. That was like, I think back in 2019. I don't know, but still, I'm getting better, but yeah. Hopefully, if I'm not repeating myself, that right there is why I haven't really been making any videos, is because of that. Sometimes if I'm out in the cold, I'll end up coughing quite a bit. Although today I spent quite a bit of time outside, and it was today and yesterday it was pretty cold, unfortunately. We had a week where it was like high 30s, 40s, maybe high 40s, almost 50. And then the weekend rolls around and we're back down in the 20s. So, yeah, I was a bit bummed about that, but it is still practically winter. It's March 2nd right now as of the time I'm making this video, so, yeah. But, being sick did kind of remind me of a few things, and, kind of motivated me to make some changes. Because, there's a lot of things that I've been wanting to do in my life, as far as making changes. And, I like, as far as losing weight, because, I do feel like me gaining weight is kind of a factor that played in me getting sick, because, unfortunately the past few years I have gained weight, and, that losing weight is something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I just never got to it, and, there's a few things that I struggle with, as far as like, not knowing when to stop when I'm eating, and I don't do that so much now, but there are times where I kind of let my guard down, and I have a bad habit of freaking stuffing myself, and I'm trying to get out of that habit. And the lighting keeps changing. I'm sorry. Again, like I said, I'm playing a game, so keep in mind, I don't spend all my time playing games, obviously. That's more of like if I'm just winding down for the day and, just like if I need something to do before I hit the hay, then that's usually what I do. So, yeah, I don't spend all my time playing games, but, I feel like I'm talking slow, which I apologize if I am. And obviously, like I said, I've been repeating some things. Like I say, a lot. That's one of my bad habits. That's been a habit I've been in for a very long time. But I think I've gotten that from a lot of people in my family because they say that as well. So, yeah, oh, excuse me. Boy, this video is not going to turn out the best, but whatever. But, again, there's changes that I want to make in my life, as far as like losing weight. Obviously, I am going to try and push forward to doing that. That was a goal I had for 2024, and then there were times where, like, I'd work nonstop and, I'd come home tired and, not want to be able to do much and, and then trying to figure out how to say this. One thing I did do daily for quite a long time, probably for like 6 or 7 years, is, and I know this is pretty bad for you, which is why I am just now putting this to a stop. Obviously I know that this is bad for you regardless, but, one thing I did do for quite a while was, once a day I would drink a can or two of Monster, Monster Energy. I know that's not healthy for you, and that's a habit I'm trying to steer clear of. So trying to cut away from the Monster Energies. I'm trying to switch to Gatorade. I know Gatorades aren't the healthiest things either, but they're better for you. Which is why I started drinking those. I did try switching to zero sugar Monsters, but for one, those don't taste as good. I mean, there for a while I was drinking those, and I just wasn't with it with those. So, I definitely don't drink those anymore. I just dropped something. I don't know what the heck that was. Whatever. I'll look for it when I'm done recording. But, there's quite a few things that's been going on that doesn't have anything to do with this channel. January, in my opinion, kind of got off to a weird start because, the beginning of January, I was kind of feeling like crap then, and not as bad as I was recently, but I definitely think a lot of that had to do with the weather. And then I was fine, and then there was a few other things that happened in January, like, one of my grandparents had to go to the hospital because he ended up having a stroke, but thank the Lord above, he's okay. That's for sure. And, work has been super slow, so, I haven't really been able to do a whole lot because, I hardly have the cash to do it, between making payments on my truck and, paying rent and all that, that's, a lot of that takes money. And, I haven't really had the extra cash to do much. So, unfortunately, that's why I haven't really been doing a whole lot. But, hopefully starting March or maybe in April or May, things will start to pick up, as far as my job goes, and a few other things. I am hoping and praying things start to get better. There's a lot of other things that I am trying to do, and, like trying to push myself to, do what I want to do, like, go to the gym and trying to speed walk or maybe run, get some exercise, and then, try and push myself to work harder and all that. And hopefully, considering we won't be dealing with colder weather for much longer, hopefully that'll make it somewhat easier for me. I did watch a video earlier from Michigan Storm Chasers, which, massive shout out to those guys. I definitely turn to those people for weather information, and more than half the time they're spot on. There are some times where they're wrong about things, but for most part, they're pretty spot on. I think they're good people. It's always good to have some local people report weather, especially like if it's, nothing to, if it's, how should I say this? Just some sort of group on Facebook or YouTube that reports weather, and have never had any issues with Michigan Storm Chasers. Good people. So far I think they're pretty down to earth on a lot of things. I definitely turn to them when it comes to weather. But anyways, back to the subject. One of the people in that group was talking earlier today that March was supposed to be a pretty warm month, possible thunderstorms throughout the month. They did say this coming week that there was supposed to be some rain-snow mix, and I'm hoping that the weather doesn't get too bad to where that affects my work schedule, or if it doesn't make road conditions horrible. I mean, I'm a Michigander. We're expected to handle road conditions just fine, but there are some Michiganders that unfortunately don't pay attention to road conditions. That's for sure. But I always pay attention when the weather is getting crappy. That's for sure. So yeah. But that's another thing too. Hopefully, when March comes around, or when we go further into March, excuse me, hopefully I'll start recording weather some more. Hopefully if something else doesn't come up, like I said, throughout February, there were times where I wanted to record snowy weather, and I unfortunately didn't. Actually, I did record some snowy weather, but I didn't take a whole lot of videos because when I was going to take some more, I ended up getting sick, and that kind of got in the way of a lot of things. When I was sick, I ended up not doing a whole lot. I just kind of sat in my room and played my game. So, you know, um, but hopefully that doesn't happen again for quite a while. I can't say that it won't happen again because I'm sure at some point in my life it'll happen again. But, you know, everybody gets pretty sick at some point to where, you know, it takes them down for like maybe a few days or maybe a week or whatever. And, like I said, I'm not too sure exactly what I had. I never really went to the doctors for it. I probably should have, but, you know, if I ended up not getting any better, then yeah, I probably would have, but, yeah, then I would have faced another issue, as, you know, having money for that, because, you know, unfortunately, well, I'm not going to get into that detail, but, you know, let me just say this, you know, right now I don't have money for health insurance, you know. Sometime after I get my truck paid off, that's one of the very first things I'm going to look into. Because, like I said, you know, between my truck payments and rent and all that, you know, that's something that I'm trying to focus on, you know, and also money for a few other things, but, you know, and I'm not trying to talk, you know, money this, money that, obviously, but, you know, you know, and I'm not gonna ask people for money either, because that's not what I do, you know, I don't believe in getting online and asking people for money, obviously, but, you know, like I said, after I get my truck paid off, you know, health insurance is definitely one of the things I'm going to look into. So, yeah, you know, I know some people are going to be like, well, that's something you should have. And, yeah, that's not a lie, but, you know, like I said, you know, money can be tight at times, and, you know, normally I don't get sick easily, but you know, this past winter it's just like I just it's like I've been getting sick easier, and I don't know if it's because of the weather or, you know, if maybe there's a few bugs going around. You know, I did hear that there were quite a few things going around like COVID and the flu and, you know, a few other things, but I do not believe I had COVID. I think if I did have that, I probably would have felt worse. But I definitely do not believe it was COVID. Um, Maybe it was the flu. I'm not too sure. I don't know. But regardless, I'm better now. I don't really have any plans right now as far as things for this channel goes, or, you know, as far as things outside of this channel goes. Actually, I do have a few plans, but that's not going to be until like more towards the end of March or beginning of April. Unless if we get quite a bit of stormy weather, you know, then yeah, I'll definitely try and record as much of that as I can. And hopefully if I don't get sick again like I did, you know, then we'll definitely try and make plans at some point. But, you know, at some point I would like to continue with the vlogging. I did make a few videos. Oh, dang it. Sorry about that. But, I did make a few videos that I'm going to try and use for the start of the vlog. I don't know when I will continue vlogging, but those videos that I did take, those are up on my channel. they're videos I took of me visiting South Haven. You know, obviously I visit South Haven a lot, but it's because it's the closest nice town to me. But I was there checking out Lake Michigan because, you know, quite a bit of it was froze. And, you know, I thought it looked beautiful. So I recorded that and took some pictures. I didn't stick around there for too long because, you know, at that point I was still coughing a bunch, and there was a lot of times where I had to pause the recording or stop recording because, you know, I had to cough, and it was also super cold outside, so, you know, I didn't want to be out in the cold for too long, so that's why I didn't stick around. But, you know, like I said, those videos will definitely be added to a vlog that I have coming up whenever I get to it. Those videos I took, they were taken, I'm bad at remembering dates, but it was the last Saturday of February, so not Saturday of yesterday, but Saturday of last weekend. That was the last Saturday of February, so yeah, there is that. But yeah, those videos will definitely be added to a vlog that I have coming up whenever I start doing it. But man, the freaking video got dark again. Apologize. Okay, I keep saying that I apologize, but man. There's a few other things I wanted to talk about, but I can't remember what. I don't. Oh yeah. So for those of you who are familiar with my channel, I don't know who's watching this watches some of my bigger videos, but you know, back in October I released this 3-hour and 43-minute video. I think that video turned out pretty good. I think it went well. There was a lot of things that I did for that video, and there were a few things that happened unexpectedly too that I recorded for that video, like some storms happening, and then some northern lights, and then Hunter's Moon went on, and then I also recorded an accident too. Well, I didn't record the accident as it happened, but you know, I watched a police chase that ended up ending in an accident, and you know, that was kind of the beginning of the October vlog. You know, the cop had to pull the suspect out of the vehicle and put him in handcuffs, and you know, put him in the patrol car. At one point, I said that when I knew something about that accident or that police chase or whatever, then I would say something. Well, I had a comment that was made the other day about that police chase, and I'm not going to say the name of the dude because I don't want to blast the guy on social media, obviously, but for those who watch that video, I guess the update is basically he had a warrant out for I guess home invasion, and I guess a cop tried to pull him over, and he thought that he could outrun police, and when he got to Dowagiac, he ended up rear-ending some people in a Jeep, and you know, ended up totaling his car, and veered into a McDonald's parking lot, and then a cop got behind him super quick, and you know, pointed a gun at him, and the guy eventually got out of the car and got on the ground, and the cop put handcuffs on him and walked him to the cop car. Yeah, I guess he was, like I said, he was wanted for home invasion or whatever, and then he thought he could outrun police. So, yeah, you know, word of advice, don't ever try and run from police like that, especially if you're in an area where there's quite a few people, because 9 times out of 10 it's probably not going to end the best, that's for sure. But yeah, that's how my big October video started. Definitely not a way I would have ever expected to start one of my big videos like that, but I tell you what, that's probably one of the most dramatic starts of the videos I've ever had for my channel. Now, that's for sure. I thought me recording a storm back in 2014 was crazy because, you know, the second I started recording, there was a lot of lightning that occurred. So, I don't know. I've been doing YouTube for going on 11 years now, so, yeah. And like I said, my life doesn't evolve around YouTube, and it's freaking storming on Minecraft. Dang. And the screen just got dark. My word. But yeah, I'll show you guys what I'm doing here in just a sec. But anyways, I'm sorry this video ended up being a long video. I definitely apologize for that. But I definitely haven't done a video like this in a while. Like I said, I probably could have gone live, but I just wasn't up for it. Maybe I'll do that sometime in the end of this month, or maybe sometime in April when I'm up for it. But I want to try and make a few changes first, you know, like try and go to the gym some more, and, you know, try and lose weight, and try and do things in my life to make myself better. You know, there's also a few other things I want to do, like, you know, try and work on my relationship with God and all that, and, you know, trying to change some of my other ways, like, you know, try not to be judgmental all the time. That's a change I'm trying to make, so yeah. But anyways, I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing real quick before I end the video, and that's that. Yeah, just trying to work on this house and this big barn, you know, kind of a pole barn, and trying to finish this roof. Oh, perfect timing for that lightning. Yeah, just trying to finish this portion of the roof, and yeah. But anyways, again, I'm sorry. This video turned out a lot longer than it should have been. I definitely apologize for that, but yeah. You guys all take care now and have a great week. God bless you all. You know, I hope you guys liked this video. If you don't, then, you know, whatever. So be it. But yeah, you guys all take care now and have a great week.